Hi, this is Andrea. Today I'm going to be speaking about Bernard Poolman's blog called The Holy Spirit is Within Me. And specifically the point that I'm going to be sharing is in relation to his one specific self-forgiveness statement, which is the following. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to not realize that the Holy Spirit has become a method to invoke fear in people as a demon does, confirming the demonic nature of characters as memories people build into their flesh as self to scare people around them, and especially their children, into submission and slavery to fear and memory. So what I would like to add, my perspective with regards to this is that one then realizes in relation to this demonic point that we all have a tendency to look at evil, demons, Satan, and so forth as these forces out there that some might believe actually exist, some might say no, it does not exist, it is more the evil nature of man, whatever your belief system is. But if you look at the entire design and construct of religion, you'll see that it exists purely from the starting point of trying to understand what happens to us after death, trying to understand what life is about, who is directing our lives, who is responsible for the good and the bad that happens in our lives, what happens to me and my family, who takes care of us, what happens to us after death. Those are really the only reasons why people join and create and design specific religions, is because one wants something or somebody to tell you who to be while you're alive and to take care of one when you're dead. Otherwise, if you yourself found practical, self-honest, commonsensical ways of living, and you directed yourself here in this physical reality, which is what we're all essentially having to do in any way, one does not require a religion. So people are having to do that in any way on a day-to-day basis. However, the difference is that we've become so driven by fear, we've become so driven by the what-ifs and the points that we don't understand, we don't have answers for, that we create concepts called religion to explain to us the answers to these questions that we have. So especially if you look at this blog in relation to the point of religion is no different than what a demon would do, let's look at that point a little bit more. Here you have something which all religions and most people condemn and fear and use as scapegoats to explain human behavior, which is the demon. A being that has crossed over, and when the being crosses over, they cross over in a specific experience of themselves. So it'll be fear, hatred, rage, whatever. Okay? So the demon has become the symbol that all or most religions use to explain why humans do bad things, because a demon, which was a human that has now died and crossed over and is now a dimensional being, this being is somehow influencing me or influencing a group or in masses is influencing all of humanity to do bad things, to act in certain ways, and is taking that power away from humanity. And if we go a little bit deeper into that point, we can look at what is it then that a demon does. A demon creates fear. What is it that we've come to see through religions, movies, philosophies, that what does the demon represent? It represents this voice in your head that can drive people insane with fear. It can possess people and make them do crazy things, kill, hurt themselves, act possessed, so forth. So in essence, if one really looks at what the demon is and how we've all projected this mistrust and hatred onto the demons, apparently, that can do all these things to us and create absolute fear and can direct us. I mean, to be possessed by a demon is such a scary concept because this demon can make you do anything. It can make you slit your wrists, kill yourself, kill somebody else, whatever. Now, if you then go and look at, okay, if we've all created, through all religious books, there's some reference to some religious form of a demonic type entity that can do these things. So if so much attention is being paid to the concept of the demon and what it represents to us as humanity, then why aren't we looking at what in real life, in our society, in our societal systems, is demonic? Why are we placing all this thought and knowledge into what dimensional demons are apparently doing to us and are capable of doing, and therefore should be feared, but we don't even have the basic common sense and insight to look at, but wait a minute, religions tell you to fear a god, to fear living according to the laws and rules and principles of this God being, and that if you don't, you will go to a hell. Society tells us that if we don't live according to the rules of society, which is that you must act normal, you must belong to some form of a religion, you should, and in acting normal, I'm here referring to you should do things like watch sport, and maybe you should drink, and you should like living the life, and this and that. And if you step out of any of these societal trends and things that people call being human, for example, and you made a decision not to participate in any of it, you get called a cultist. Isn't that classic? So society has its rules, and anybody who doesn't act like that is not human, and therefore is very scary and will get hate mails about them being in a cult. And then people as society, who's now already in fear, who now is going into more fear because they see individuals, for example, who refuse to act according to, the normal human behavior. If you don't go according to normal human behavior, then you get, for example, cult groups and websites where they will then take this behavior that they already fear that you are, and they will add information to it and say, well, these people are already strange, and I'm sure that they molest children, and they lure children to their farms to work as sex slaves, and. Therefore, if you look at even the point of gossip, whether it exists in any form, whether it is a religious person pointing fingers at other people saying, oh, look at what he's doing, look at what she's doing, you should be reading the Bible, you should be belonging to a religion, whether it's a societal person going, you don't watch sport. And why are you having a problem with the money system? The money system is what we need, and it takes care of us. You're being weird, you taking on everything I believe and everything I love. Why are you talking about the family system being evil? And if you question, what I'm saying is, if you question what is here as society, as family, as the money system, everything that is here, you create major fear within people, and people will attack you. So there we are showing that society is demonic in nature because it will attack and conform anything that is not as the majority is. Religion is demonic because religion uses extensive fear to get people to belong to that religion. The money system is existent within and as fear. I mean, if you do not go out and work and make money, you cannot provide for your family, you cannot feed yourself. So those are just 3 or 4 examples of where we can go and we can say, okay, you're looking for demons, they're your demons. In real life, being lived and being, we're all being subjected to these demons every day. And then what is classic is that eventually one creates your own demon in your mind that is the voice in the head, that will speak on behalf of the societal systems. I mean, we grow up being subjected to all these systems, and we'll have adults saying, no, my dear, you cannot not have a religion. You must have a religion, and no, my dear, just don't be a weirdo. Just do things, get a boyfriend, get a job, get married, my darling, have children. Don't be weird, just. And that is the experience of every single person, and eventually we accept these nudges that our family give us when we're young, where the parents go and mold us according to their fear. They mold us, and then we create that voice in the head, and you become the voice in your own head going, don't, just go, yes, I must belong to it. And eventually you believe the own voice in your head. So even if somebody was to come along and say to you, yo, dude, why do you belong to a religion? A part of you might even, I've noticed a lot of people, they might even have a moment where they go, you're right. And then this voice, the policeman in the head comes up, the demon in the head comes up, generates fear and anxiety within the person and goes, no, don't talk about that, or don't go against the grain. So that is where one should focus, first of all, at looking at the demons in our world, the only demons that are here, which is us, and what we've designed and all the rules and systems that we've placed in on our behalf, which everybody diligently follows, not looking at what is behind everything, what is the design of everything, why it has been put into place. Everybody just follows, does not question, because you fear the consequences, like your parents trained you, just do what I say, is what parents always did. And then you grow up as an adult not questioning. And if you dare question, there are people who will go at you. I mean, we, for example, within the Desteni group, we get people creating these nasty websites and forums where they make all kinds of threats. It really doesn't bother us, but we do monitor it, watching the mind demons as they have become. And then we'll point out to people, look, you are looking for demon possession, you're looking for evil, you are pointing fingers at us saying, we're evil, or that person is evil, or that group is evil, but look at what you are doing. Your starting point for attacking another being is absolute fear. It is fear that that person is not conforming to the rules that you have come to accept, and you think is safe and what is best, but you've not investigated your own belief systems, you've not followed the basic timelines of this person accepted this, and therefore they, in that acceptance of that one point, they will do this and this and this to other people and to themselves, and then you have the world as it is now, the end result, but with everybody claiming, how did we get here? Interesting. That's my perspective. I've included the link to the blog in the description box. Thank you very much.